Hello, my celestial beings. This is Mystic Storm here to clear the path to a new life with you. If you're new, well, welcome to the Family and Soul Tribe. I pray that this weekly Essence Intuitive Guidance reading blesses you and you're able to gain courage, strength, and guidance throughout the week, okay? And if you're already a part of the Celestial Tribe, you already know the deal. We back with another one. We back with another one. Okay, all right. So with this week, man, we have the Capricorn new moon. The Capricorn new moon, which falls on January 13th if you are on Eastern time, or Central and Pacific, we'll get that on January 12th. Okay, so with this new moon energy in Capricorn, this is all about structure. This is building and laying clean foundations in order for things to accumulate and grow. So this is the perfect time to really set those intentions to start off 2021 correctly, right? We talked about the New Year's resolutions and stuff. If you ain't set your intentions before 2021 and you probably have some issues going on with your resolutions right now, that's okay. This is the starting point. If you have some hiccups, it's all right. So with this energy, I do recommend incorporating these colors in your practice. Red, that is the root chakra energy. That's where the stability, the groundedness, right? You want that clean foundation. That's what's going to help you with that, right? Then we also have yellow, that's solar plexus energy. Solar plexus energy is going to help you have the will and the drive to do what you are wanting to do, to execute it efficiently. And then I'm also getting green energy, that's heart chakra space, having a clear and open heart in order to receive and also give, having that balance between both the masculine and feminine energies within, okay? So that's happening. Then we're going to have Uranus go direct on Thursday the 14th at this is going to be 2:36 a.m. Central Time, and Uranus has been in retrograde for quite a while. I remember I did a Uranus retrograde astral breakdown back in 2019, and it's been chilling in the sign of Taurus for a while, so it's finally going direct. And with this Uranus energy, it's all about spontaneousness. It's all about getting this type of, it's innovative. It's a sudden shift of change. So with that being said, it's also universal as well. Universal love and structure as well. So with this energy now going direct in the sign of Taurus, even though Uranus doesn't like being in Taurus, I feel like it's both of the planet and the sign have kind of realized how they can work together in order to have a long-term goal of this beautiful change that's going to change the overall setting of our world, okay? So I want to dive in more with the astrology here, because we have 8th house energy very strong here with, it's a bunch of planets here on this side. We have, of course, the sun and the moon are conjunct during the week, which makes the new moon, right? In the sign of Capricorn. And the sun is also conjunct with Pluto as well. And when we talk about 8th house, this is actually in the 7th house, but 8th house is really jam-packed. But I'm resorting to Pluto as well because that's the same type of energy. We are being supported through this time of transformation, this type of death and rebirth. I feel like we are now approaching the rebirth stage because we've been in the state of death, the endings of a lot of things, and now it's a time to restructure lives, to see how this is going to be. So we are being supported by that in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Earth energy is going to take some time. It's going to definitely take some time. So be patient in this. Be patient in this. And then we have Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury. They're all conjunct in the sign of Aquarius. So I'm just keep saying, like, it's the age of Aquarius. I'm just so happy for it. With these conjunctions here, you know, now Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter were my self-development trio last year. But now since Pluto is kind of staying put, Pluto doesn't move as fast as Jupiter and Saturn. So it's kind of like, it's like, hey, I still got some work to do in this area. It's going to take some time in the sign of Capricorn, okay? But with Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius, is here to bring forth, to shine a light on how can globally, how can we grow and expand? What lessons do we need to learn in order for us to see an abundance of the world? I'm getting more of the humanity, and how can we live longer? How can we save more lives? How can we treat our earth better? Treat Mother Gaia better is what I'm getting, because we haven't been doing the best, but we definitely need to start considering that. So if you want to incorporate some type of thing that can be better for the environment, even if it's just make sure you don't toss trash out your car, it could be the simplest thing. And the change begins with us. Small things matter because it all builds up. That's what I'm hearing. And this is a time for us to mature and grow. Okay? Mature and grow, and not only thinking about ourselves. You know, we talk about self-love, we talk about self-care, we talk about self. And I feel like we neglect to acknowledge that when we work on self, that's to better the relationships around us. It's to better serve the world. Okay? So don't get caught up on just me. Yeah, you're doing the work, but now it's time to implement those changes, or implement that growth that you've been working on to everyone. Okay? So don't forget that the work you're doing with yourself is ultimately going to heal the world. Okay, so don't get stingy in in your work that you're doing, or have equal give and take with it. You know, be adaptable, go with the flow. Know that things can change in an instant. That's air energy with Aquarius, and also water, because it's the water bearer. So know that things can get a little rocky, but it's okay. You have the stability within yourself. You've been through some things. You're wiser now, right? A lot of us are going through our Saturn return. If you're around my age, I'll be 29 this year. And some of you all might be going through your second. I said solar return, but solar return is birthday, but Saturn return, because that happens roughly around 25 to 30 years. So, yeah, some of you all might be going through your second Saturn return. So there's some challenges here. There's some structure that we have to work on. And these lessons, these obstacles that we're going through is going to better shape us, okay? And then Mercury is all about the mind. And with it being in the sign of Aquarius, I feel like it's a refresher of how we need to clarify the mind. Now, we need to prepare. We need to get our mind correct. Why? Because Mercury is going into retrograde on January 30th. So we need to come with it. We need to have a clear mind, and we need to get ourselves prepared, because if it's in the sign of Aquarius, anything goes. Anything goes, because Aquarius ruler is the ancient ruler is Saturn, but it's also co-ruled with Uranus. okay? So it can be a lot of spontaneousness going on, and we have to be equipped for it. Okay, so we have a lot of tension here going on between Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury with Mars and Uranus, okay? So the three, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury, are all squared with Uranus in the sign of Taurus. And then we have Mars is squared off with just Jupiter and Saturn. So with this, there is still some frustrations. There's still some temperament. We talked about that last week in the weekly essence, and then we've seen a lot that was going on in our media with the riot at the Capitol. So I feel like there's going to be some continued frustration, like community-based wide, nationwide, also just within ourselves, trying to get things done and trying to implement the changes that we want, okay? And within change, there's always some type of friction. There's always some type of, I'm getting the diamond is pressured. It's the diamond in the rough is always pressured to create the diamond. It goes through a lot of pressure. So know that there's heat, there's pressure being applied to all of us this week in order to see if we really are about our stuff. If we really want to put in this work to create a better life. Are we going to put in the work? Are we going to own up and take responsibility? Because the benefits is there. It's there. It is yours. But you have to tap in to get it, right? And then we also have the square off with Uranus here in these three signs, and that's telling me that we might be resistant to some change. Resistant to the changes that are coming about that are going to be beneficial for us, that are going to be out of the box, not something that we're used to, but that's okay. We have to think outside the box. We have to stop putting ourselves in one category, or stop limiting ourselves. Don't limit yourself, because it's not going to benefit. It's not going to benefit anybody, and it's really not going to benefit you. And it's just lining up with believing that your desires are obtainable. With Black Moon Lilith, it's squared off with all of these as well. Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn is all squared off with that. And the moon at some point throughout the week. I believe this chart is on Thursday. So knowing that this tension here is necessary to bring about change, to bring about the changes that are going to take you to the next level, to take the nation, to take the world into the next level. We're globally dealing with the pandemic. We're nationally dealing with racism and dealing with different parties and just political things that, in the grand scheme of things, it's just like if we all just get to the basis of what we all need to do, and that's to show love. To show love. Don't care about, how somebody else living their life or viewing this. Just show love, show compassion. That I'm hearing agape, but also her brotherly love. Okay, so thinking about that, and we talk about love, it's bringing me now to Venus in the sign of Capricorn here. It is trine, hallelujah, it is trine Mars and Uranus. So that supports that. It's like we just need to show love. We need to show love, or not let it affect us the way that it the situations have in the past. So there's going to be triggers. There's going to be times where we feel that things can be handled a different way, and that's okay. But knowing that we're above that, knowing that we are above it, and the changes that we're making on a conscious level will benefit us and benefit the world. Okay? It's, yes, you're doing this self-care, you're doing this self-development, you're doing all this stuff, but what you're doing is you growing yourself so you can then spread out to give. Okay? To give. And that's ultimately what we are here to do. So show love. Show love. Alright? We're going to get into the tarot and oracle cards next. This is the tarot of the Orisha. Spirit, what messages, what guidance do we need this week? What additional messages to help support this? Two of Earth. The Walrus. I heard we've been asleep for a long time. Then look, the Earth element, and then two of Fire. We got two twos. Okay, with the Earth element. Okay. Okay. That's too many. I'm trying to get one more. And then Five of Air. Okay. Five of Air. With Ace of Air at the bottom of the deck. I love it. Okay, so with this Two of Earth, I heard that we have been asleep for a while. And this is us coming out of the cave, coming out of the shadow. This is very beneficial because we are in winter and we probably all been in the shadow period. I feel all of 2020 was a shadow period. Come on. So we are emerging from that and trying to see what's out there. See what's out there. This is Saturn energy as well. So that's knowing the ropes. We are more wiser. We're more knowledgeable about what's going on in our world, right? So we have to think about that. And also I'm getting with this Two of Earth. Is building up your home, building up what you want, your success, your all of this, and going out and coming back into accumulate more, okay? With this Earth energy here, it has Taurus, it has Virgo, and then this has, I think this is Capricorn, so all the Earth elements. So, the glyphs on here are kind of different. But with the Earth element, this is also saying incorporate Earth into your magic, right? And further talking about with this Earth element that it's going to take time to build and restructure. So with Earth, you can go and get some dirt. You can get graveyard dirt too. You can use rocks. Leaves, grass, you know, be creative in doing that. Plants, you might want to get some new plants and put money into the plants and pot the plant to help for prosperity. Okay, so think about that as a magic tool to use. And then we have Two of Fire here. Two of Fire here, and this is giving me using both your masculine and feminine sides because it has both the lion and the lioness, and you need both of those in order to open up the door. And we talked about the green Green, this is the green can be for success too. In order for you to open up the doors for you to reap the benefits of abundance. This does have, yes, Jupiter energy in here. That's that expansion, that growth, right? So you need to be receptive, be aware. That's that feminine energy. That you also be creative in doing it. That's the feminine energy, but also take action, go with it, masculine. And then 5 of air here with Mercury. Not Mercury, Venus and Uranus energy. And we have Venus and Uranus trine. Okay, so with this 5 of air is saying, knowing that your enemies don't have anything on you. You know, they might look scary. The obstacle might look scary, you know, because it has the crocodile here, but then there's a whole bunch of birds. You can fly. You can fly above it. So this is also saying aim higher. This is also saying elevate your consciousness to know that you don't have to stoop to anybody else's level, because you have other things to worry about. Period. Other things to worry about. It's not because in the obstacles that are in your way, they're here to remind you of who you are. Okay? Remind you of who you are. So remember that. I got some new decks. So I am about to use the tea leaves. I'm very happy about this deck. I've been playing with it. I even used it in a reading and it was very helpful. So I'm going to pull from these next. Yes, I think I got 4 new decks. This one, the Secret Language of Colors, the Soul's Journey, which is really pretty, and then the Romance Angel. I know everybody got that deck, but it's about, it's about to be Valentine's Day, so I wanted to get on board for that. All right, we're gonna get into the tea leaves. Okay, thank you. And I kind of let these be free as possible because there's so many. I'm trying to get as many answers that come out. That's it. So let's see. Alright. I'll just turn these all over and then I'll tell y'all. Okay. Alright. So we have the vase. And this is Secret Admirer. Interesting. We have the bird perched, waiting for news, package letter. We have the boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Period. So, okay, let me, with 2 dings. Let me stop there. So with the Secret Admirer coming up first, if you are wanting to bring about love, okay, knowing that love might be right underneath your nose and you're not really aware of it, okay? So if you want to, if this is you wanted to bring about a love interest, definitely work on manifesting that, because it's right there. It's right there for you. So waiting for news, package, or letter. This is also telling us to make sure we check our mail. I'm guilty of not checking my mail. I take maybe once a month or once every 2 months. I'm trying to get better. So waiting for news, you know, you might have already made and put in action for that, and you're just waiting for an acceptance letter. Maybe you're trying to go back to school, maybe you're trying to get another job, you know, things like that. So this is saying to be patient in that. All right. The boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. This is saying that the windfall of abundance that we're trying to work towards is coming. The ship has already sailed, baby, and it just has to reach its destination to you. Okay, look, I'm just threw it to you. Okay, so when this may happen, in the time of May. So we will start seeing this accumulation come spring, okay, or late spring, because I believe like June, July is summer. So like late spring, mid to late spring, we'll start seeing that windfall of abundance, that flowing of it, because you see the water here as well. And then we have the sun card. We have the sun card and the sunrise. That's pretty. So we have happiness and well-being, and then new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. This is beautiful to see for the new moon here. Fresh start, new beginnings. This is what we want. And happiness is well-being, and well-being is what we're focusing on ultimately, right? Because abundance is earth energy. So we're building that, we're accumulating that, and knowing that happiness is an emotion that comes and goes. I'm gonna say that. Joy, peace is the foundation, okay? And that's why I said it has well-being there. So knowing that there are going to be brighter days ahead, all right? Scissors, I say brighter days ahead because look, it says disappointment in some affair. Disappointment in some affair. So there's, like I said, there's going to be brighter days ahead, but with the change, there's endings. There's some things that are going to be broken down and exposed and raw, and that's going to leave some type of brokenheartedness, some type of trauma, some type of disappointment. But don't worry, because with the vine here, it says seek out information that will help you with the vine, because the more you research, the more you reach out for a hand of help and not be prideful and think that you can do it all yourself, then you'll be able to grow more and grow and heal through it. Okay. And then we have the seahorse. So the disappointment might be within family matters, because it has family matters. So reach out to your family. Reach out to your family. If this might be confirmation or a message for you to reach out to your family because you haven't spoken to them for a while. You know, you can do a little Zoom call or something, you know, to squash it out, or, you know, I would promote Zoom instead of going to see them, because we're still in COVID times, y'all. So just pick up the phone. You could just text them, you know, and the disappointment that you're getting from them, know that the release that you get from getting closure is what I'm hearing will help. And we have, see, the vulture. The vulture. We have depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Okay? Knowing, and see, the vulture gets a bad rap because the vulture cleans up the ecosystem. So, it says worry that someone is against you. Knowing that no one is against you. I talked about your enemies, right? That you can rise above it. You can rise above it. And don't let your anxiety and your depression get the best of you to where you are crippling yourself to not opening up the doors that you want. Opening up the doors that you want to see the benefits of your labor. Okay? So we're going to pull from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Tell me how y'all like the tea leaf cards. I do really like them. And I kind of just let them be free, let them do their thing. Alright. Alright, thank you. This one is boundaries. Boundaries. You know, yellow is giving me that boundaries as well for the solar plexus. Setting clear and healthy boundaries. And focus. Focusing on your end goal and having boundaries within yourself and with others, and for you to get the things done that you want, okay? Get the things done that you want. Like, okay, the vulture, this is how I set this up. The vulture and the bird perched are right next to each other and waiting on the news that you have, and just detaching from what you want to manifest, okay? So you want to manifest this stuff, and make sure you don't have this hyper focus. Even though it said focus, don't have a hyper focus on it. You might be focusing too much on it, and that's why it'll put you in a state of resistance and you won't be able to get there. All right, and that's why you just have to know when is a good time to say no. That's it. That's all, folks. I'm trying to think. I have so many decks here, and I don't want to use them all. I want to use the new ones. The secret language of color. What additional messages do you have for the collective for this week? That's enough, but do this. Gold. Attract abundance. Yes. Alright, let's see what actually comes out. Cherry came out, and what's this one? Scarlet. Okay, so red energy and green at the bottom of the deck. I talked about those colors, right? So scarlet here is attract success. See, yeah, definitely if you want to bring in, it can, and success can also mean prosperity too, because I talked about with the green, you can red candle will get you right. All right, and then cherry here it says live an extraordinary life. Live an extraordinary life. Something that's fruitful to its core. Okay? So know that this is yours. This is yours. You can live an extraordinary life, and you can call this in. And green was at the bottom. It has revitalize your nervous system. Revitalize your nervous system. And that's bringing me back to the vulture. With that cleaning out the mind. Because it says worry that something is against you. You have to clean that out. Let the vulture energy clear that out for you, so you can gain that mental clarity. Okay, and yeah, the Ace of Air was at the bottom of the Orisha deck. So having that clarity is going to be good. Having mental clarity is, I told y'all, it's going to be paramount, because we're going to get into Mercury retrograde. All right, and we want to be equipped. We want to stay ready, stay strapped, and know, like nobody can touch us, because we got this in the bag. It's already been written. It's already been done. It's already on its way. The boat is already on its way. We just waiting for it to arrive. Just like Amazon. You already placed the order. You know it's going to come in 2 days. Look, it better come in 2 days. Okay? So when you set your intentions, know that it's on its way. Period. And you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about these obstacles that's in your way. They're here to remind you that who you are. Know that you the stuff. And know that it's like... It's no need to worry. And I know it's easier said than done. Please, I know. Acceptance. Acceptance. It says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Okay? Know that we can't always be in control. Know that we can't always be in control. Some things are out of our hands. And just pay attention to this card. Pay attention to the card. So really focus on this, like knowing that the change, what we cannot change is that there is going to be change. There's going to be change, and what's happening is for our highest good, and we just have to accept the lessons. Okay. Growth and then judgment. So judgment is what I really picked up. It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Judgment, that's really speaking to me, especially with the 5 of air energy. We might be worried about what other people think about us, how we go about stuff. This is a time for us to be authentic. How can we get abundance if we aren't true to ourselves? So knowing that, you know, we all have our challenges and all that stuff, but knowing that we should accept people for who they are. Come on, global message. Accept people for who they are. Love them, and have a more peaceful world. Come on. And growth. So we go from judgment. Look at this judgment. And then look at the growth. Or I should put it this way. Look at the judgment and look at the growth. Okay? Bringing more vibrancy into it, letting that in, filling the emptiness with vibrancy. Okay, so growth says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Expand my consciousness and awareness. So working through consciously making an effort to be better every day. That's how we step up and get what we desire. Get what we desire out of life. So know that whatever you're manifesting is already here. It just has to build up to materialize in this 3D realm. Know that the challenges that you face aren't you're above it. You're above it. And that you can get through it. You can get through it. The sunrise, new creative, new ventures, fresh start. This is your fresh start. Okay? This is a time for you to grow. Okay? And reprogram the mind. Okay? And we're gonna pull one more card. Pull one more card. I see it from this thing, service. We talked about service. It says, I feel good when I help others. I feel good when I help others. So again, we talk about self-care, we talk about all these things, but know that we also should help other people. We should be of service to other people. All right, we're gonna close out with the Wild Offering deck. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all enjoyed the new cards, and I like them, and they're a different aspect to my reading. So money, okay, money. I love it. Okay, look, we about to be abundant up in here. We accumulating all this wealth. We accumulating success. Everything's about to expand because we putting in the work. period. So it says, all my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for it all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Whew. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. I'm going to read that again, okay? It says, all my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. Whatever you do it with an offering to source. And know that everything that you're wanting is coming to you. And not clinging, having that pressure on something, having just that inner confidence, that inner knowing that I got it in the bag. I got it in the bag because God got me. Spirit got me. My ancestors got me. Okay? So, yeah. This is what we have for this week. I hope you all, it was kind of touching all aspects, but this is a collective reading. So, you know, if some things didn't resonate with you, that's okay. That's okay. You know, I hope you got a few gems out of here that can help you, all right? So, I love you all. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Happy new moon in Capricorn. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.